Hi everyone, welcome back to the virtual training plan videos. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the long run. I'm going to quickly talk about what it is and some of the benefits that we see from consistent long runs done over a prolonged period of time. So quite simply, the long run is the longest run of the week. This looks different for pretty much every type of runner. So for some runners, your long run might be 6 miles, while for other runners, you might see your long run tick all the way up to 22 miles. The reason for such a large variation is that it depends heavily on a lot of factors. So some of the factors include your age, your goal race, your fitness or ability level, if you're prone to injury or not, and honestly, even your willingness to surrender a large chunk of time to your running. So for our training plan, we're going to max out at 13 miles. So this is just enough to get us ready for the half marathon, if that's the goal race we choose to focus on. But if not, our long run progression is great for the 5K, the 10K, really any distance under 13.1 miles. So no matter what type of runner you are, whether you're a trail runner, you're a new runner, or maybe a seasoned veteran, long runs are essential for any type of distance runner. It's often a staple workout we see in our training plans, and in most training plans, you'll see a long run once a week. So there are a lot of benefits that are realized through consistent long runs over a prolonged period of time. So I'm going to specifically mention 7 benefits that we see from long runs. So the first one is that you'll be able to use oxygen more efficiently. So that means you'll be able to work harder, and all of that hard work over time is going to feel easier. The second benefit is that long runs build mental resiliency and mental toughness. So particularly for long races, so that's going to be anything the half marathon or longer, the long run is the best tool or the most specific tool we can use to mentally prepare for the race. For any of you who have run a half marathon or longer, you know that the psychological fatigue is real. So these long runs are the best chance we have to practice that and prepare for it. The third benefit is that long runs improve our mechanics. So that means essentially running form. Long runs are going to improve our running form and make it more efficient. So our muscles learn through repetitive practice. Sometimes people will call that muscle memory. So through these consistent long runs, you'll see that your form improves and becomes more efficient. The fourth benefit is that long runs increase our efficiency of fuel use. So long runs are a great opportunity to practice our fueling and hydrating kind of race plan or game plan, whatever you want to call it. And therefore, the long runs will teach our body to use a higher percentage of fat as fuel, which we'll get from our fueling and hydrating practices rather than our stored glycogen levels. The next benefit is that it builds stronger muscles. That should be no secret. So running for prolonged periods of time will increase the strength of our leg muscles and their connective tissues. And it will also strengthen our respiratory system muscles. So that's going to be anything in our core area. The next benefit is that long runs make you faster. So with more endurance, and as you practice to build up that endurance, you'll be able to hold a certain pace and hopefully a quicker pace for a prolonged period of time. And then lastly, I kind of alluded to this in the fuel use benefit area, but it's a great opportunity to practice any of our race day routines or rituals. So that's pretty broad, but that means the long runs are a great opportunity to practice our warm-up routine, what we're going to wear for race day, even how or when we'll sleep the day before, and all of the fueling that leads up to that. So for anybody who's ever trained for a half marathon or a marathon, or if you were in the Missoula half marathon and marathon training class, that's an idea that's going to be very familiar to you. So all of these benefits, the 7 that I talked about, and quite honestly even more, are realized with consistent and prolonged Consistent long runs over a prolonged period of time. These long runs and kind of what they look like in terms of mileage and or time are different for everyone. And that depends on a lot of the factors that I touched on earlier. So that would be your age, your fitness level, your goal race, etc. For our training plan, especially if you do follow the plan, your long run progression is for the most part spelled out for you. But there are ranges. So as you are deciding kind of what is appropriate for your fitness level and for your goal race, just keep in mind that it's a range and you should be picking what's most appropriate based on, I'm going to call them your fitness factors. If you have any trouble or any questions about the long run and how to do it, please just reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. Thanks for watching this video.